Good afternoon. It's September the 2nd, 2016. We came into this morning thinking that the E-mini was going to trade higher because it's the start of a 3-day weekend and that they never like to take three-day weekend markets lower. It was also a Newsday trade, so we were fortunate, we were able to come in and talk through this trade right here. Long in the 2169 area, we went with the news to retest that high. We got new highs right there. If you bailed, that was worth 5 to 6 points. Any of these Bs would have produced money. That B would have produced money. And then the market just kind of dies. I mean, it's a pre-holiday market, not a lot going on. We got some profit taking right here. Market doesn't break, comes back up, and an hour or so ago we thought the market would close in the 75, 77 area, and that looks to be reasonable. In fact, we were keying off this line right here. The main green line is 76. So the software worked as advertised. I mean, even if you were trading in here, they were all scratches. These were scratches. Just not a lot going on after that first move. So that it remains the same in the summer. Buy or sell the opening and then be right, and you've got really the trade that's going to carry you for the day. Hopefully next week we start getting more volatility intraday. We have volatility when they allow the market to sell, but when it goes up, the volatility just dies. So it makes for very, very difficult trading, consistent trading in the E-mini. In fact, crude oil, gold, and the bond have been much better markets for us this summer than the E-mini has been. Okay, higher low, higher high. This market can trade higher. We have resistance at 21.92. So 85 to 92 is where resistance is right now. This screen tells us to buy into weakness to see if we can take out today's highs. Looking at the F2 screen, it is definitely a P. Volume is above time, so it's a pretty strong P. And you can see right up here that the volume it actually shows a little more strength than the TPOs do. If the market was to close right here, we would be selling our 80 to 82 area, which is where one of the spots we had picked out this morning. And then we get through that, we've got this high here over at 87, so I think we could probably get stops above that. So we'd make our next sell 89.91, and if we take out 92, we're just wrong. The market's headed for 2200. On the buy side, getting started, last rotate stopped at 73, so 73, 75 would be buy 1. Then 69.71 would be buy 2. And we do have news on Tuesday. We have ISM services. They'll be looking for a higher than forecast number there. But most of the news that we get now shows economic contraction, and that the Fed's ability to raise interest rates is pretty limited. And my feeling is that given the presidential elections, they won't. Got to do everything in their power to make sure that the current administration prevails. And they've been pretty good at that. Okay, Treasuries got hit pretty hard. The news was actually in the favor of Treasuries. Started higher. We went higher on the news and we came lower, but we didn't break yesterday's lows. So we got a higher low, higher high. Means this market can trade higher on the F1 screen. Definitely a B. But I've seen weaker Bs. We have volume above time. If we go inside the congestion area, it is leaning P. So if we fail to break the 130.16 to 20 area, we can get long. If we fail to take out and hold 131, we can get short. So the first trade, 27 to 31 on the sell side. 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, 23. Let's make it 16 to 20, 17 to 21, buy 1. And then 9 to 13 by 2. Hope everybody has a big weekend planned, or one that suits exactly what you want to do. Ours will be quiet, some company, and grilling, and probably read a couple of books over the weekend, or get deeper into the 3 books that I'm reading right now. Hopefully I'll be able to knock one of them out. Always have 2 to 3 going simultaneously, and okay, the bond, similar situation. Lots of volatility. This was definitely a B, and the knob spread came in quite a bit today. So we have resistance at 2024. So 27 to 31, sell 1. 7 to 11, sell 2. On the buy side, 4 to 8. So 29 to 01, buy 1. 17 to 21, buy 2. And usually after a big day like today, everybody kind of sits back and licks their wounds and figures out what comes next. So I'm anticipating a pause day come Tuesday. Gold and treasuries didn't act like this morning's news was bullish. Acted like the Fed can raise interest rates. And Goldman took their research and said that there was a 55% chance that the Fed would raise interest rates come September. Higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it for gold. P. We were guessing that we would close in the 25 area several hours ago. It closed it higher. Definitely a P pointed up. So this doesn't show weak economic news. So first sells 30 to 32. 35, 37 for sell 2. 23, 25 buy 1. And 18 to 20 buy 2. Crude oil spilled into the close. OPEC has a meeting in September, the end of the month, I believe, last week of September. Russia joined the conversation overnight, saying we can get production cuts or production freezes, and they'd freeze them at their current quotas, at their current production level. That's always easy to do. They'll always agree to that, except for Iran, and Iran's not going to freeze anything until they get to 4 million barrels a day. So an inside day for crude. It says trading range. Definitely a P. So right now, selling 50s to 75s. 45 is close enough. Get stops above 45. 45, 25, sell 2. On the buy side, 43.75, 44. Let's make it 43.50, 43.75. Buy 1, and then 43 even, 43 and a quarter for buy 2. Well, that sounds like fun, Chuck. Got to open a rib stand down there in what is the city where it'd be hard to sell ribs? in Michigan, just to see how well you would be received. Probably wouldn't be received too well. Gotta forget the name of the city. It's not Flint. It's Dearborn. Dearborn's the place. When the Muslim population gets to 10%, they take over school districts, city councils. London's mayor is Muslim now, and inviting all sorts of new concepts into the downtown to the center city. Okay, on the euro, higher lows, higher high, can buy it. We can make them lamb ribs. They probably eat those. Or beef ribs. Definitely a P. Definitely been sold. So, right there's your break in the market at 80. So, sell 1, 75 to 85. Sell 2, 112 even, 112.10. Buy 1, 11.50. Buy 2, 11.25. And that's it for this September the 2nd. You all have a fabulous weekend. I'm gonna have fun myself. And we'll see y'all bright and early Tuesday morning. I'm out of here.